those days, personal trainers were almost my hardest client to make understand that you need calories to properly recover post-workout. You need to get nutrition right, or you're never going to get to your goals, whether they're your performance goals or your wellness goals.
Dan, real quick, just the people we have here right now is a combination of our personal trainer team and our sales team.
Good.
So our membership salespeople are here as well.
So we'll broaden it a little bit.
Yep.
So that said, 14, 15 years ago, when I was doing nutritional seminars, my background is I'll give you the quick Reader's Digest version of Dan Young. I've always been someone who's cared about what they put in their bodies, but there came a point when I was bodybuilding and I was really, changing my life and changing my body, and things were going great. But after 2.5 years of eating the same foods every day of my life, eating hundreds of dollars of supplements every month, I basically stripped my digestive system. And when that happened, my whole immune system shut down in my body, and I got systemic candida, Crohn's disease, Epstein-Barr. I was a mess. I just really wanted to end my life. And then after doctors said they couldn't help me any longer, they thought it was in my head, I ended up seeking out help through just researching and learning about whole foods and Eastern philosophies of diet and nutrition. So I took all that knowledge, I healed myself. It took me about a year to rebuild myself, and once I did that, I took that knowledge and I came back and I went back to the largest health club chain at the time, which was Valley Total Fitness. Sold my idea to them. I created a metabolic profile, a scale that people can get the perfect meal for their based on their metabolic profiles for that moment in time relative to their performance goals. So it was all kind of cool. And then I became a sports nutritionist, bringing all of this information together, and PFC was founded. I founded it with Whole Foods, the company, because I embraced whole foods. I don't believe in anything artificial or synthetic should ever enter your mouth, because over time it becomes part of you, right? And part of you is kind of the foundation of what we're all about, and that is we all were one cell at one time, right? We all have one thing in common, and that was we were all one cell. And then through some miracle, or maybe your father's promiscuity, I don't know what it was, but that cell divides, and then over the next 9 months, from one cell you create 2 to 3 trillion cells, and then we grow up to be us, and we think we forgot all of that, and we're static in time, but we're not. We're 60 to 75 trillion cells. Those cells are dying at the rate of 300 billion cells every day of your life, and every day of your life, those 300 billion cells that are dying are being replaced. So you have a very high-speed cell duplication process that's happening within you, but you don't know that's going on. You're just going through life and everything's good, right? But inside of you, your body is recreating itself. What does it recreate itself with? Only with what you're putting it in your body. So if you're putting in your body the wrong things day in and day out, if you're somebody who likes to chew gum with aspartame, or drink soda pop with phosphoric acid, caramel color, or eat chips with GMO-laden soy products in it, or skippy peanut butter with partially hydrated, you name it, there's synthetic ingredients that man has laid a hand on in the last 50 years. If you're putting that in your body on a daily basis, we're all creatures of habit, right? We do the same things. We tend to do the same things day in and day out. You do the same things day in and day out. Those same things become part of you over time, because your body says, this is the new norm. This is what is expected. I'm going to start accepting those neurotoxins from aspartame back into my system because I chew gum every day. But if you did it once a week, you guys are all in great shape, right? So you would have good diets throughout the week. And then on Friday night, you might go out and have a big burger and some fries and some beers. You get up Saturday morning, guess what? You didn't gain any fat. You didn't gain a gram of fat. Why is that? Because your body says that's not the norm. That's why people in bodybuilding are allowed one cheating meal a week, right? That cheating meal doesn't help them at all. It keeps their psychology in order, but it doesn't hurt them at all. So your body has an innate way to know what's right for it, what's wrong for it. If you make the wrong things happen for it all the time, your body starts making that as part of you. So I'm here to say, look, I want people to lose their love handles and their hips, but I'm really concerned about their total wellness. And the older we get, it's really, really important that we have a good quality of life the older we get. So as we are rebuilding ourselves and we are working out in the gym, it's a great opportunity to put back in their bodies only pure ingredients that we can certify the source of. I prefer organic wherever we can. Sometimes it's not possible, but if it's not, we want to make sure, at least, at the very least, that you have no RBGH hormones, you have no GMOs, you have no artificial tartrazine, yellow dye number 5. You have none of that stuff going back in your body, rebuilding new cells. So that's kind of the passion of where I'm at. I know Don and I are very simpatico on this. We believe the same things. We want to build new bodies, and good healthy bodies, because we want to keep you guys around for a while, and gals. So that's it. That's who we are. Now, my company, as we are growing, we bring that philosophy back to the products that we source. You're going to find, as your juice bar transforms today, we're bringing in some new things. Some things that we have worked very hard behind the scenes to source, certify and source, and then bring to you in such a way so it's easy to work with, like our freeze-dried organic kale, and our freeze-dried organic pumpkin. So why freeze-dried? Because we want to bring active, living enzymes back in your body. We should be eating 6 to 7 times a day, right? Every 2.5 hours. Well, every one of those meals needs to have living enzymes, live foods back in your body. Most of the foods that we're putting in our bodies today are dead foods, or foods that have been so processed, the nutrients have been taken away. So I'm like, you know what, it's great to have labels that look great, but we want to put foods that are living back into our bodies. So I look at you folks right here as the core of the gym. Now, I told the other class, the other folks, the ones that are going to be making the shakes, that they're the most important people here. Not to put you guys aside, and let me tell you why I said that. Because I believe nutrition is 80% of the battle. As personal trainers, you probably have heard that before, and you may even agree with that. So when I said that to the other staff, I'm like, you know what, if we can dial into nutrition and make that right, we're going to make your jobs a lot easier. But you folks are the core of the company. You guys are the ones that people look up to, idolize, and you're the ones that are going to change the culture of the company. So if we can all speak with one unified voice about nutrition as it relates to performance and wellness goals, if we can embrace that, then at that point in time, we're all talking the same way. You're going to find that people are going to start getting to the goals. We have I don't know if you're into functional training at all, but one of our big clients is the Cosgroves on the West Coast. They've been one of our customers for 7 years. They are the ones who invented group fitness exercise, functional training. Anyway, she doesn't let a client leave the gym without a recovery shake. Oh, you don't want a recovery shake? What are you, crazy? I mean, you just worked out. You're going to ruin your workout. The recovery shake becomes a part of the workout. It's actually the way you finish a workout. You need to make sure that you're giving that person what they need nutritionally for that moment in time so they can actually keep their bodies in an anabolic state. The whole goal to weight management, folks, is really simple. It's just keeping your body in an anabolic state, or a muscle. People hear anabolic, oh, that's bad, right? Anabolic means basically a muscle-saving state. If we can 24/7 throughout the entire day keep our bodies in an anabolic state, guess what? Muscle will stay on our bodies, fat will just naturally stay off of our bodies, we will have unbridled energy, and life will be great. But what do? We skip meals, we don't have recovery shakes, we usually have water, we don't have a bedtime snack before going to bed, and many times, like I was talking to Randy here a little while ago, she doesn't have breakfast, she doesn't eat anything until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're doing all the wrong things, and if we just dial into that, we can really, really help people a lot. So it comes down to just the timing of nutrition. So the anatomy of recovery is really, really key here. It's really important as you folks here who are the ambassadors and the ones that people are really looking up to, understand the anatomy of recovery. The menu board here as it's transforming today isn't that much different from a macro, from carbs, proteins, and fats, relationship there. But what we've done here is we've recategorized it and we've brought in more nutrient-dense elements to really maximize what what the nutrients are that are coming back to their bodies. When we talk about refuel and recover, folks, which is going to be the first menu that's going to be going up there, refuel and recover is simply replacing back into our bodies what I've just burned. And most of your clients are going to say to you, and they're going to be beseeching you for information, and you can't recoil from this question. Why would I want to put calories back in my body when I just worked so hard to burn them? And the easy answer to that is because your body is going to go into a catabolic state, which is the opposite of an anabolic state. So if I leave the gym and I've just burned 400 calories and I don't replace that within 30 minutes, it used to be 45 minutes, now science has kind of dialed into 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the amount of time that glycogen synthase, which is an enzyme in your body that's been released, post-workout is actually pulling across anything you give it across your duodenum, or your upper intestine, back into its blood system. And after 30 minutes, that enzyme starts to dissipate, and you have less and less of it. So would I tell you to have the same recovery shake an hour and a half after workout? No. Within 30 minutes of a workout, you need to put liquid calories back in your body. And realistically, for most people who do cardio or weights, you want to put about a 3-to-1 ratio of carbs versus protein back in your body. So let's start in the beginning. If I come into the gym, it's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If I come into the gym and I haven't eaten my biggest meal of the day at 11 o'clock, then I am doing myself a disservice. I'm going to need to have something high glycemic. The first question you ask your clients before a workout, hey, have you eaten properly? Because I don't want to see you bonk on me, right? So if they haven't, you need to walk them up to the juice bar, you give them a 12-ounce shake, make them drink half of it in front of you, and then sip on the rest of your workout. Your customer will have a great workout experience. Their last rep will be as strong as their first rep, and they'll finish on a physiological high, which is really, really good. So then they've worked off their glycogen stores. So when you eat your meal at 10, when I eat my meal at 10 o'clock in the morning, all of that, those carbohydrates, proteins, and fats have been digested, have been properly stored in my muscle fibers. Where do carbohydrates get stored? They get stored in your muscle fibers and in your liver. So food, carbohydrates, fruits, and vegetables, whole grains, legumes, beans, they're all carbohydrate, right? All of those are recognized by your body as nature's energy source. Another thing that's important about nature's energy source is they're loaded with phytochemicals that science hasn't even classified yet. You know, science only classified antioxidants about 18 years ago. They have just now discovered that within carbohydrates, you've got all these phytochemicals that they're just now giving names. They didn't realize that. It's called synergy. So when you're eating vegetables and fruits and whole grains and all of that, you're getting the synergistic components from those phytochemicals, which are the micro building blocks of life. So carbohydrates are truly your friend. You need to have them. And they are going to be the support mechanisms to help get the other nutrients back into your muscle fibers after workout. So before my workout, 2 to 3 hours before my workout, I had a great meal. I've come into the gym. I have got an empty tummy now. Everything's properly stored back in my muscle fibers and in my liver. I'm going to have a great workout. I'm going to burn through some or maybe all of my glycogen, my stored carbohydrates. And then I'm going to leave the gym drinking an Aquafina or Dasani, whatever that is. Power Pure. Dozer. It looks like Aquafina. So by doing that, what happens in your body on that physiological level? What happens is your body is now looking for one thing. People used to say protein, protein, protein. No. Your body is looking for energy. What's energy? Every European country calls energy carbohydrate, or carbohydrate energy. Energy is a carbohydrate. Your body's looking for a carbohydrate at that moment in time. I talked to Randy for an hour about that. She just wanted isopure after workout. I'm like, please tell me why. Because you're taking that isopure and you're using that. Your body is turning that into glucose and you're wasting away the amino acids. Let's make sure that you're getting the right amount of protein on top, on the back of the carbohydrates. And let's make those carbohydrates nutrient dense. So let's look at that then. So post-workout, I have worked out very hard. I've used up a lot of my glycogen stores. Now your body is a ticking time bomb. You got 30 minutes to replace it where your body starts, what? It starts to shrink on the inside. All the cells that are in your muscle fibers, every cell that has 1 gram of glycogen has 2.7 grams of water attached to it. You've metabolized all that glycogen, you've used up all that water, and suddenly your cells are saying, okay, I need more energy. Where am I going to get my energy from? And your body is saying, oh, the dummy head is giving me Aquafina. I'm getting water. Okay, so where are we going to get the energy from? Your body starts breaking down the next easiest thing. It's called muscle, and that's called gluconeogenesis. You're throwing your body into a catabolic state. So people get on a scale after a month and say, hey, I lost 4 pounds this month. That's a good thing, right? Big difference between losing 4 pounds of weight and 4 pounds of fat. They're losing weight, yes, but what's happening over time? They're getting a higher fat to muscle ratio because they're burning more muscle off their bodies. So to help you folks is to really give, and to help your members, is to really give them the right nutrients at the right time in liquid form to help them recover properly. You do that, you're going to see big changes in the people's bodies. So these shakes here, the Refuel and Recover, you know what they are? They are a general, they're all about 400 calorie shakes, except for the MOMAS. But everything else is about 400 calorie shake in roughly about a 3-to-1 ratio. So it really will help